throughout.
When darkness falls across the UK, a legion of officers patrol our streets.
Help me now! Come on in! Come on in! Push off the taser! Get back!
With exclusive access to the night shift at Gloucestershire Constabulary.
Stop.
Listen to me and walk away.
This series reveals the relentless and uphill fight against nighttime crime.
Push it down, I shall get in spree.
Get on the floor!
Don't mess about.
We experience things on a night shift that the normal person wouldn't see in the rest of their lives.
Stay where you are. Any sudden movements, he'll bite you.
There's 10 people outside throwing bricks at your house, yeah?
She's got centimetre puncture wounds to her collarbone.
You can never predict what's going to happen on a night shift. It's just a different world at night.
And at night, there's more drugs.
It's got past out on him. Explains the behaviour.
He says that you're taking tablets.
More drink.
At this moment in time, you're under arrest for drunk and disorderly, all right?
You need to walk away.
And more violence.
I swear to God, I will kill someone!
Being a police officer is definitely becoming more dangerous.
These fearless officers
Get your leg in the van!
guard our streets when you sleep.
Keep yourself safe, OK? Get to a room with a lock on it.
Stop now!
Under the cover of darkness, people change.
It is scary.
No, Andy, there's people there.
Yeah, they've literally got street safe out to do this.
It's 3 a.m. and in the city centre,
It's really annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Show you P2P Andy. There's so many here.
Yeah, there are so many people.
PC Timms and PC Britain are on patrol.
Having fun?
Every day's a fun day.
Got loads, aren't there?
It's kick-out time.
Bravo, correct, fine, go ahead.
Police are on hand to monitor the hundreds of people that pour out onto the streets.
People drink more in the evening. If you've got 10 bars, pubs and clubs all in a row, it's fairly predictable that after midnight-ish, something's going to happen.
She's lost it in the club.
It's not me,
Suddenly, a fight breaks out in a takeaway.
That's Westy.
That was Alpha, wasn't it? When you hear a general shout out, you can tell in the colleague's voice if it's serious or not. And if there aren't enough officers, it's a really dangerous situation to be in on your own.
Yeah, go straight on.
Officers are racing to give backup.
The thought of my colleagues being hurt or hearing that there's a mass fight, there's possible members of the public being hurt, that's when my adrenaline will go up. You know what you're going to, but at the same time, there's a lot that could happen.
Stop. It's all right.
As a female officer, I don't feel affected by getting into a fight. I can hold my own.
Step back! Get back!
And when it comes to drunk people, they can't control their emotions.
Get back!
So actually, it's about just controlling them as quickly as you can.
The really hard part is kind of trying to figure out what's gone on.
Calm down. You step on my shoes. Okay. That's one day. Calm down. Calm down, my shoes.
The fight appears to have started after someone stepped on another man's trainers.
Yeah, no, so have we got any main offenders identified? We just don't know who these people are that have been involved, so we're trying to identify them through Bravo Hotel Charlie, our CCTV.
In Cheltenham,
When you hear the sound of trains and you think, the world's starting to wake up,
PC Spears is crewed up with PC Dring.
people are out for dog walks, running. It's a Saturday, so...
In the control room,
OK.
the night is getting busy and emergency calls are starting to stack up.
999. It's
Right.
emergency.
Hi, we need the police. Someone's crashed into me.
There's two of them that are now walking down the road.
Okay, right.
For some reason, they're walking away.
And is their car drivable?
I don't think so.
Okay. Can you see the other occupants and the driver?
No. They're gone.
Okay. This has gone over to officers who will hopefully be with you fairly shortly.
I don't remember, was in Cheltenham, please, available for a grade 1. Got a vehicle, RTC.
A call comes in about a road traffic collision. The driver and the passengers have fled the scene.
3-1 if we're not needed, sensitivity for this job. There's reports of an RTC, 2 vehicles, and the occupants have just walked off. Driving on blue lights, you've got to be very calm and professional. You've got to look out for what's in front of you. But when I drive on blue lights, I drive as fast as it's safe to do so. Possible drink driver.
3 and 4, spec 6 at the site received.
So it's all going on now.
It's all gone a bit crazy.
You just never know what time of night.
4 in the morning syndrome, yeah. When we first attend the hit and run, it can be scary because you don't know the demeanour of that person. Do you know the extent of the RTC?
The cars are out the road, so...
One occupant's left.
Yeah, two have seemed to be walking away. There you go.
You know, RTCs and things like that, there's some sort of aggression there, road rage. Are they going to be up here when you go and see them because they know you're looking for them? Oh yeah, what's happened?
You're the driver of this vehicle? Yes. OK, what's happened?
They crashed into come speeding around the corner.
I'd say the process would be to identify any drivers involved or any passengers first. So have you been driving or have you been parked?
I was driving.
OK, and the occupant of that vehicle has hit you and then left. Their welfare is the priority, to make sure that they're OK and they haven't got any injuries that need medical attention.
There's 4 people.
Yeah.
So they got out of the car, they seemed quite drunk, then they left.
The driver and 3 passengers have fled the scene.
And secondly comes the investigation. Who was driving the offending vehicle? Why have they left the scene? And to then deal with them. All right. Can you go further up the road just so you can see the group of 4 walking?
It's split. There's 2 girls.
2 girls, 2 blokes
2 guys
that appear intoxicated that may come back to this vehicle. Is that all right? Yeah. Thank you very much.
PC Brighton and PC Hewer begin an area search.
He looks intoxicated. There's another one further up as well.
So have they crashed into the back of you whilst you've been moving?
Yeah, they've come down here and crashed into the back and the side. Felt like they were trying to ram into me.
Right, OK, no worries. Oh yeah, all right.
Another officer arrives at the scene in an unmarked police car.
He's been driving, he's on his way to watch the boxing somewhere, and this car's been travelling in the same direction. He's gone into the back of him, and then 2 girls and 2 blokes have got out and walked off.
One was in a red t-shirt and the other was in like a beige.
So a beige t-shirt and a red jacket. Thank you very much.
The officer is now joining the manhunt.
Quite a bit of damage. Alpha Hotel 3-1. Both front and side airbags have deployed on the BMW, and there's the windscreen smashed completely. It's got a lot of front end damage. We're going to have to get recovery out. What can happen sometimes is that they will go back to their home address.
They're not drunk in the morning.
So we've got other officers that are going to try and locate them.
Yeah.
Me and my colleague called for officers to flood the area. We even requested that a dog handler attends.
A police sniffer dog arrives at the scene to track the offending driver.
There's 2 males. There's one in a beige jacket and a red T-shirt. We think the guy in the red T-shirt is the one driving. We'll let you do your thing.
At the time of night, there wouldn't be a lot of foot traffic, so a dog would be really, really beneficial in tracking that person down from where they've gone, because we know the last place they were at was the vehicle. See what the dog finds.
that mark just in case.
On the outskirts of Cheltenham, PC Brighton and PC Hewer are looking for the driver who fled the scene of a road traffic collision.
So someone walking there.
They spot a man matching the description of one of the passengers.
Let's check this one, shall we?
Hello, mate. All right? How's it going? Where are you off to, mate?
Home.
Are you okay? Where have you just come from?
Home in Britannia.
Okay. Well, you've walked all the way here from there, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been with anyone else?
No, I was with a couple of girls, but they've just gone home.
Was it just you and 2 girls?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Just at the minute, mate, you are just being detained at the minute.
Detained?
Yeah, just at the minute, just because there's been an incident down there with a male and 2 females. So at the minute, just because you're nearby, we're just going to run some checks, right?
Okay.
I'll go from there. So do you just want to stand over, just so you don't have you running off or anything?
No problem.
Just stand by the van for us, is that all right?
No problem.
Cheers, mate.
Victor Alpha 30. We've got the chap in the beige here. He says he was with 2 girls, no other male party, and he's not been involved in a car crash apparently.
I think the passenger was wearing a beige top. I'll just confirm it is the male in the red that was driving, but he's obviously not going to drop his mate in it.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Is he the driver or passenger?
I thought the red short sleeve was the driver.
Yeah, that's believed to be the passenger.
That's received, thank you.
Any news, Matt?
Not this chap in terms of potentially being in a car crash.
Nah, I'm good.
Have you been in a car crash today? Okay.
You didn't run off before we got here?
I was just
With 2 girls and another bloke wearing a red t-shirt.
Nah, man.
I would suggest
See if I can get home.
yeah,
Hello.
attempting to get home.
With no grounds to keep him detained,
Am I clear your way?
Yeah, man.
officers continue the manhunt for the driver of the vehicle involved in the hit and run.
The description of the person that we've been given is a red t-shirt, so it obviously doesn't match that, but he was definitely hiding something. Most likely protecting his mate. He's going to meet back up with them.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure he doesn't know that we're following him.
Which isn't the easiest in a big police van.
Oh, he's found him then.
Okay.
Have they got it? Yeah, no.
A man fitting the description of the driver has been detained.
Okay. How old are you?
Is my car alright?
I don't know, mate. How old are you?
19. I literally got a taxi at the roundabout.
Okay. What's the taxi company?
Not a clue. I was going to leave my car in town originally.
Yeah.
Apparently something's happened to it.
That's all right. We'll just get CCTV to look back and... Okay. Long, deep breath and keep blowing until they say stop. Stop. That's it. There you go. Okay, so you have failed that breath test. So, at the moment, you're under arrest.
Under arrest?
Suspicion of driving with excess alcohol and failing to stop at the scene of an accident.
B,
Yeah.
got anything in your pockets that's going to hurt me or hurt you?
My phone and a pen.
Jump in the back of the van for me.
The suspect will be taken to hospital to be checked for injuries.
He came to me for what? Hey! I didn't do knife! I didn't do knife!
In the city centre, officers are still dealing with a violent brawl inside a takeaway which left one man bleeding from the head.
Oh shit, let me see it. No, G, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what I need, but I got started on by 5 people for no reason.
Right, okay. When you get to the scene, first and foremost is who is that victim? Are they injured? You know, what do we need to do?
Okay. Can you see any of those 5 people?
I can't. No.
But then ultimately it's like, where is the aggressor? Who do we need to find?
What happened?
I don't know, they were fighting.
1 second.
Him?
Sorry, yeah, just off a jacket. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
My shoes, bro.
Hey, mate.
He was the one trying to uppercut, get away from the punches, and I pulled him out.
Okay. The door staff and several other people have identified numerous suspects. For now, okay, you're under arrest for a threat. You didn't have to save him, but it may harm in the defence. Failed to mention my question. Some point you lie on the court, okay?
Robert Tail 36, yeah, go ahead. Yep, all noted, thank you.
Alright, can't be alright? You've been named as being involved, alright? It's all on camera, right? So it's all legal what you've been arrested for, okay?
If there's police involved, it's instantly more exciting when it probably actually isn't. And then it's just trying to disperse people, you know, get people to go home. But somebody will always have the last word.
You fucking dickhead.
All right, walk away.
Okay, come on, let's just leave it. Let's just back it.
Stop.
Oh, no, don't do me like that.
Someone watch that.
Let's get out of the way.
With the crowd largely dispersed, tensions continue to flare up.
There is somebody out there sometimes just looking for a fight.
Wait, do you want to...
None of that. Right, please walk away. Listen to me and walk away.
Mate, let's just walk away. Walk away, mate. Mate, walk away. Go.
None of that language. Walk away. Just because you're not listening to me. So this way, I'm going to put you in handcuffs, okay? Just because you're all over the place. Please be.
Officers have now arrested 3 men on suspicion of a fray for their role in the fight.
The necessity for your arrest is to prevent any further harm from anyone else involved and for a prompt and effective investigation.
So we've been called to bar in Cheltenham. I think some male is becoming a little bit aggressive.
A call has come in from a nearby bar about a man being abusive towards staff.
It might be that we have to get hands-on and physically remove him from, and that can always escalate, especially if they're intoxicated.
As bars and clubs fill up, police deal with increasing numbers of calls for assistance from security.
To not knowing what you're going into, it gives you that sense of adrenaline, that sort of buzz, the rush. Every day is different. You could be dealing with an incident that you've been to 100 times, but the way that you deal with it is just completely different to any other job because of circumstances that just pop up out of nowhere.
I've heard child 226. Essentially, the racially abusive to the doorman here, so you've been arrested on suspicion of a racial offence.
Okay. I'm going to get a van.
I'll trust you then.
Yeah.
Alpha Hotel 22, we're going to require a van to our location, please.
The man has been arrested. He's accused of shouting racial abuse at door staff.
I think in today's society, there is just no excuse for racism. How can someone be racially abusive towards someone just because of the colour of their skin? Yeah, that's all received. He's been arrested for racially aggravated public order. Yeah, I am quite shocked that it still happens in today's society.
Watch your head when you got there.
How does my dog know my safety?
Watch your head. Right.
Yeah. It might just be worth ringing South and just getting a bit of a heads up.
Please don't hit your head on the side. It's only going to hurt you.
We'll get him down to custody as quickly as we can.
Come out on a night like tonight and there's drunk people, and sometimes you can have a real good laugh with them and they'll be respectful.
In Cheltenham, PC Cooper and PC Pascoe Watson are just starting their night shift.
Down it then. Down it.
Down it? I'm calling the police.
It's only water, isn't it?
Alpha Hotel 33, have you got descriptions of the people fighting?
Reports are coming in of a fight in the street.
When you go to a job that you don't know the details, especially violence, everything goes through your head. What's not to be scared? But we run towards the danger, and at the same time, we just have to deal with it with what we've got.
Alpha Hotel 33, we're just going stage 6. There's a few people in the room.
A lot of the time, the things that we get called to are a lot different when we actually get there.
Oh, no, with the machete.
So it is quite challenging to work out what's gone on, who the victim is, who the suspect is.
A man has fled the scene with what the caller believes to be a machete.
Just move away.
No.
Yeah, just move away.
We need to deal with one thing at a time, all right? Where's your sister?
With us, it's fine.
No, she's inside.
Who has done this?
We don't know.
A woman has been injured during the incident.
We don't know. She was outside and she comes back. She's come back inside and she comes back bleeding.
So, do we know what's caused this?
No.
What's caused the injury?
An person. I don't
do we know why?
I'm not sure.
Okay. When you turn up to the job itself, you can only deal with what's in front of you. I can't leave.
Just said
he's
done it,
right.
and he lives just right there in that white door.
And we haven't seen where he's gone or
No, we haven't
like
got a clue.
All you can do is take what the people have said, piece bits together, and make up your own decisions based on what's in front of you.
Alpha 3-3. Just do one more unit here.
That's received. We've got mobiles making.
Yeah? Let's have a look at your neck, okay? Just give us 2 seconds.
The incident happened during a family party. A woman is bleeding from her neck.
I'm just taking a quick picture of that.
Please don't stop. Let the police officer. Please, I'm begging. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Just keep the pressure on, all right? You're doing everything right.
She's got a centimetre, what looks like puncture wounds to her collarbone.
Paramedics arrive at the scene.
She's quite intoxicated. Obviously, it's a bit mental in here. It's an impossible job with drunk and drugs. It really is. You've got to give them a bit of leeway, a little bit. But to me, if the paramedics have been called, then there's obviously a serious risk to life.
Yeah, just to let you know, we've got one adult male en route from Cheltenham for racially aggravated public order.
In Gloucester, PC Spears is heading to custody with a man accused of racially abusing bouncers. He's been repeatedly smashing his head against the cage.
He is playing up a little bit in the back of the van, so I headbutt in the cage and stuff, so just to make you aware.
Yeah, that's noted.
With the risk of a serious head injury, officers race back to the station on blue lights.
I wouldn't normally blue light someone's custody, but at the moment he's posing a risk to himself. So I want to get him to custody as quickly as possible so that the injury, or any injury that he's likely to cause to himself, is minimal. See how he reacts when he wakes up.
In Gloucester, PC Spears has arrived back at custody with a man who's been violently headbutting the cage door of the police van.
Pop your legs out, mate. Go on then.
Go towards my colleague for me.
Just round this way. All right. A couple of minutes, we'll explain why you're here, and then we'll get you in, OK?
He's placed in a holding area where detainees must wait until the sergeant is ready for them.
We're not achieving anything by banging our heads off walls, are we?
Ah, fuck off, then. I just try and
Right, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Don't miss that down. Right, there we go, this is an assault.
Stop it.
If you're dealing with someone that's, volatile towards police, I think you have got to remain professional, firm but fair with them.
Would you like to come to the desk so we can get you booked in?
Yeah, as long as I'm going to be treated fairly.
Absolutely.
Right, sure.
You just follow me.
Shitty.
I don't trust you lot anymore.
Listen, the officer's going to explain to me why you've been arrested.
And then you're going
right?
to keep me in here for 12 hours, is it?
Custody Sergeant Jones books the man in.
He's been arrested on suspicion of racially aggravated public order. Okay. The circumstances of that is police have been flagged down by door staff stating that this male has been racially abusive towards them.
You never really know what's coming in through the door.
I don't want to get this done, and I want to get out of here, Sergeant.
Okay. Well, you try and prepare yourself and see if there's any warning markers for those persons, if they're violent or if they've been in custody before.
Okay, right, I'm going to
I think it's unfair, Sergeant.
No, I'm going to authorise your detention. You're going to be staying here with us, right, so we can secure and preserve evidence.
Yeah, that's
right,
fine,
by
yeah.
means of an interview. That's when you get your chance to put your side over an interview, all right? Do you want to read the codes of practice, which is a big book detailing how we treat you whilst you're in custody?
No, you read it out to me, please.
No, I'm not reading it out.
Well, I can't read. Sorry, officer. I'm short-sighted and short-sighted. You have to read it out to me, please.
Trying to find myself remaining calm as often as possible, really. Sometimes they'll say things to you and it does wind you up, but you just have to try and let it go over your head.
I can't read it.
It's going to delete, but
Who's going to read it for me then? Someone has.
Right, are we able to take the handcuffs off him?
Turn around and face the...
Turn around, face me. Look at me.
There's fuck all there.
Please, can you stick your thumbs in your waistband for me?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go all the way around.
In custody, people don't want to be there, so they will be quite abusive.
It makes it a lot easier for us if you just do it yourself.
I haven't got a fucking belt on, have I?
I'm not looking for a belt.
Have I?
I'm not looking for a belt.
Yeah, it can happen. Some people can turn, they can be nice as pie, and they just take a dislike to somebody and they can turn around and be violent.
What more do you want to fucking see then, you
Being abused by detainees in custody or out on the street is just part of the job.
Right, look.
Right, that's all we need you
Fuck
to
off.
do. Thank you very much.
I just let it go completely over my head, in one ear, out the other.
Shall we go and change your top in the cell then, so that you've got a nice dry top to stand in?
I wouldn't say it's the best insult, but I used to get told that I look like Clark Kent when I wore glasses.
Thank you. Frank, you've done it. Thank you.
The man was checked over by custody medical staff and did not sustain any serious injuries.
If you're not in the police, I don't think people really understand what we go through and what we do on a daily basis. I think when I first started in the police, yeah, I was quite surprised and shocked by the level of crime and level of violence and level of abuse. But over time, you've just become used to it, really.
On deployment, please, to the area. Reports of a female being assaulted with what's described as machete.
In Cheltenham, a police helicopter is supporting a large-scale manhunt. A suspect, who is believed to be armed and dangerous, is wanted in connection with an incident where a woman has been injured.
Fighting heading towards the train station car park. Dale, we've ordered massive samurai swords, female followers with no shoes.
Police dog handler PC Powell's is leading the search.
Being part of a manhunt, it's obviously quite an exciting thing. At the same time, you are tracking somebody at the end of the day that's got a weapon, a knife or a firearm, but we train for this sort of scenario. The dog itself is trained in taking on people with guns and knives.
The initial tactic will be area search, challenge from cover.
What's that, 5-5? Could I get a description of the male, please?
So hopefully the average to chubby build, got dark hair, grey coats, black t-shirts, black shorts, and large black Harrier bags.
As the wanted man is believed to be armed. Specialist firearms officers are deployed.
When you receive the call to say there's somebody with a weapon, your mind just fills with lots of different things. Is the offender known to us? Has he used weapons in the past? Will you have to put your dog on somebody with a knife who's threatening you? There's obviously a danger element there for the dog as well. There's a little bit of apprehension there, you know.
With the help of the firearms team, PC Powell's and his sniffer dog begin tracking the suspect, starting from where he was last seen by the council's CCTV team.
My concern is that he's within this immediate locality.
They've only just missed the suspect.
Silly. If we didn't have police dogs, we would lose massive amount of criminals. These are criminals that have usually got away from the scene, and it is the nose of the dog that gets us to these people.
The dog's frantic barking indicates they're hot on his trail.
Gunner, when searching, when tracking, he will give his all and he will keep working until I decide it's time to stop.
There's a track off there, mate.
Then the sniffer dog detects a scent leading up a wooded bank.
I never worry about going to lead me into danger. Police officers are trained to run towards danger, not run away. And if you've got your four-legged friend in front of you, there's not a lot that's going to get away from us, to be honest.
Okay, that way.
So we're at Compass House Custody this week. We've brought our chap in that we've arrested. Pretty simple while we're in there. Once we get to the desk, we'll take them off, all right? Oh.
Officers are bringing in the men accused of a fray after a large fight in a takeaway.
On a Friday and Saturday night, the custody block is going to be filled with people that are drunk and disorderly, common assaults and general fights.
Some white guy attacked me and they said, oh my God, they came out, they looked like each other.
Why don't you answer the questions that he's asking you?
What people don't realise is then the paperwork is just absolutely ridiculous. We will then have teams having to deal with people being drunk and disorderly when actually we could have spent more time investigating higher priority crimes, but instead we're dealing with people that can't handle their alcohol.
Come on then, I'll get them cuffs off you as well. Come on, you bang that door shut, mate, is that all right? Just want to come round here. He's been named and pointed out by security staff as one of the males who were involved in a mass fight which resulted in an injury to someone. Specifically, he is throwing punches which have contributed to injuring one of the members involved.
If we don't have to criminalise people, we don't want to.
You're not allowed to have the cords in the cell, because people do stupid stuff in the cells, that's all.
It's fine. It could be somebody that's gone out, you know, made that one mistake, and it could affect them for the rest of their lives.
How long are we going to be here for? There'll be a few hours. We've got to try and gather all the bits and pieces and try and tie everything together. I mean, a phone call. I could have just text, literally. It was just, I'm coming to work. That's it. That's all I have to say.
While he makes that phone call, Sarge, are you happy for me to go and start the handover? Is that all right? Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Right then, we'll go this way now.
She needs to remain as calm as she can, but she's not going to do that with you guys here.
In Cheltenham, PC Cooper and PC Pascoe Watson are responding to an incident where a woman has been injured.
Leave the room and then we'll sort it out from there.
Why do I have to go lower?
Emotions are running high.
You're not helping this situation.
The brother of the injured woman is becoming increasingly aggressive.
Why do I have
Do you
to
want a
go
cigarette?
Do you want a cigarette? You tell me. Why do I have to go lower?
Dealing with a group of people, you just got to do what's in front of you. And sometimes when someone is on drink or drugs, they won't listen to you.
Relax! You need the help! Relax! Sit down! You need help!
If that means that you have to shout at someone,
Don't touch me like that! You need the help! We're trying to help you!
then you have to shout at someone to get them to comply with what you want. And what's happened then?
I've gone over there and he was shouting in their face, so I jumped in front and said, do not talk to them like that. You're worse than her ex-mate.
PC Cooper is taking a first account from the injured woman.
Did you like that?
No, that's when he knocked me out.
She'd left the party and was at her neighbour's when the incident occurred.
And then he started coming downstairs with a big machete. And from there, I can't remember.
Oh, I thought it was me busy, and that's not gonna lie. Sunny old.
It's 4 a.m. and in the town centre,
Before I became a police officer, I came for a stag do to Cheltenham.
PC Brighton and PC Hewer are on patrol.
Fell in that fountain. Did you?
West Mercia, Oscar Sierra 3, yeah, good. All right, well, yeah, we'll send it to them, we'll see what they say.
A call comes in about an intruder in a family home.
Caller has called to report that there is a man asleep on her sofa in her lounge.
Half naked.
Half naked. He doesn't know who he is or where he's come from.
Or how he's got there.
And how he's got there, because the whole house is locked. Could be mental health. Could be genuinely a bit of a weird one where someone has gained access. We don't know yet.
6-3 or anyone else, if anyone is able to assist.
3-1, Sheriff's going as well. We'll update the other job.
So yeah, if you can assist, please, and then just pull up on in top 1.
PC Spears and PC Dring are dispatched as backup.
There are some jobs that you would never, ever have come across before. Whilst the call handler will put in a code for what job you're attending, half the time it will be completely out of that bracket. And it's almost for us to attend and figure out what's happened and if there's any offences.
You all right?
My immediate thought is, why is that person in there and what are they doing?
Oh, you're the gentleman, are you?
We don't know people's intentions. It could be a genuine mistake. However, it could be something a bit more sinister.
Can we just pop in here quickly, is that okay?
Do you think he's gone up that way, pals?
Yeah, there's a bracelet on the floor up there, mate.
Firearms officers and the dog unit are 3 hours into a manhunt for the suspect wanted over an incident where a woman was left bleeding from the neck.
Go back to that first garden. There's a man's bracelet on the floor. Yeah, no, I come up here through this garden. So that comes right at the embankment. And here, there's a bracelet on the floor there. That's what the dog's indicated on there. Do you want to pick that bracelet up, lads? The dog's indicated on that forward. Yeah, the dog's gone to that fence, and I've gone round into there, and he's taken me to the wall in the corner.
The police helicopter is using an infrared camera system to try and locate the man.
The first time up, he went into that block of flats, didn't he? He went right the way around it. Yeah, but he's not really tracking up here. So just go back and have a look in there.
The trail has gone cold, so the dog handler retraces their steps.
We always train our dogs to go from weaker to stronger scent. As a person walks, we're discarding bits of dead skin, etc. from our bodies. That hits the floor, and this also holds the scent for the dog to follow. Come on.
Then the dog picks up the scent again, down an alleyway.
When the dog picks up the scent, it's a thrill. You think, here we go. Here's a sword here, lads. In the corner there, behind the fence, lads. Here's a sword here, yeah. See that gap in the fence? When you do find a person or a weapon that you've been looking for, it brings that bond between you and your dog a lot closer. The sword's chucked down there.
It's a samurai type sword.
And the dog just thinks it's like another day at the office. They have no conception of how amazing they've just been. Recovered a samurai sword there. The dog's found it between the two fences. Yeah, a little bit disappointed we didn't get the guy, but we got the weapon back. To be fair to the dog, he took me straight up the embankment to the top of the fence, through the fence, and there was a sword in there between the two fences. Well, the guy's obviously gone. Bittersweet, really, but at least we got the weapon.
How have we got here?
Honestly, I'm trying to work that out too.
In Cheltenham, officers are questioning an intruder who was found asleep in a stranger's living room.
You have to go in there with a degree of suspicion, because that's our job. Was he there for a legitimate reason, or is he there with any bad intent? Is this a burglary? Is he trying to pull the wool over our eyes?
So my landlords live above me.
We're in someone's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flat upstairs. So there's.
So this is just one house.
Is there a flat upstairs?
No. 6B would be that flat.
This is number 8.
Right.
Yeah.
So 6B would be the next one along.
This is number 8.
Honestly, I've only been here 6B.
We're telling you that
This is number 8.
I can't say I've been to an incident where someone genuinely thinks they live inside an address when they actually don't. So you live in a flat, or are you staying in a flat?
So this is 6B.
It's not. Let's get you out of
How long have you been there for?
I've been here, so I'm 6 months.
I mean, sometimes people walk into the wrong addresses thinking they live there, but he was absolutely convinced that he lived inside that address.
It's just not adding up, I'm afraid. You've got your duvet, your bag, you've let yourself into somebody else's home.
The intruder appears to have been drinking.
Can we have the rest of this conversation outside? Just because this is someone else's house.
Oh, is that the key?
Yeah, if you want me to follow
Just-
you out.
Yeah, please do, yeah.
This is just the bag.
Is that not yours?
Because
that is my bag.
You need to take that with you.
Yeah, you need to take everything that belongs to you, because we're leaving now. He had some possessions on him, which I assumed were his because the way he was holding them and he was with them. I said, go on, you need to leave, take your things.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll
What
get
about
that.
that
I'll
duvet?
get him to
Is that
confirm.
yours?
You keep it.
Right, do you want to take your duvet
That's not
then?
yours. You leave that. That's not yours.
He started to pick stuff up, and it's until the victim pointed out to me, no, that's my thing. So I was like, oh, here we go, brilliant. So he's got nothing with him.
It's not his bag. It's not his duvet. So how he's got in here, I don't know.
He was on another planet. I do not know what planet he was on, but he was not where he should have been.
And do you now live in Cheltenham, or
Yeah,
you?
I've rented the flat off them.
Right.
This is a
No,
house.
no, you don't.
What's the address that you're staying at tonight?
6B.
6B. Right, let's see if we can try and find a 6B.
6B is here.
Yeah.
Right. So can we just try? Can we just try that key in 6B then?
Follow me then.
The man is led next door.
So it sounds like he's staying in a basement flat, but he's come into the wrong one.
The family's basement door had been accidentally left unlocked.
Although we may have, found out quite early on that this chap has genuinely just had no idea what he was doing, but at that time, the people that called us didn't know that, and we have to remain professional.
But it's stuck. You'll have to shoulder it.
Oh, yeah. There you go. And that's your house. Yeah, follow me a sec. Is there anything to prove this is his?
Yeah, you got your EDF energy bill in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not trying to.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, you're just in someone else's house, mate.
Yeah,
That's
just
all.
be careful, alright? Because it's really scary for them to wake up and there's a stranger in the house. Imagine that.
Alright.
I don't want to cause any problems. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Alright.
But yeah, all good now. We'll leave it to it, all right?
I've never had an incident where somebody has truly got so drunk or intoxicated to some capacity where they've walked into the wrong house, thought it was theirs and fallen asleep. Never, and that is truly special.
Right, go on, mate. Watch your head on the way out, all right? You step. We've got to go back.
That's the allegation.
Have you got a family member that you want to contact? No?
We will look into that. We've got a nurse here. I'll go and make the sergeant aware, and I'll get the nurse to come down and speak to you.
Honestly, I'm not trying to.
I know, but
I'm sorry.
in fairness, these poor people have woken up and you're in their house.
Who noticed the blood first?
My mate was holding the towel on my neck.
Next time,
Make any sudden movements, he'll bite you.
Under the cover of darkness, people change.
It is scary.
Walk away now, it's your last chance.
Members of the public abusing police officers is not acceptable.
Right, mate, you're under arrest, section 5. On the ground, get on the ground! Congratulations, you should have gone home when you had the chance.
There is a line, and if you cross that line, then you will be arrested.
And there's more Police Night Shift next Monday at 9. The weekend's weather proved challenging, but brand new next Thursday at 9. Channel 5 takes you back to the big freeze of winter '63. Next tonight, the risks of working with forklift trucks. Steve's rushed into Barnsley's casualty 24/7 in just a moment.